Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I'm updating you guys on Graveyard Project Pan. I can't remember the last time I updated you guys on this one, but it was created by Emily and Max and it runs from April the 30th to October 31st, which is coming up in 1 month basically. I have a few updates in here which I'm excited about in a weird way. But anyway, we'll talk in a second. But I will update this month and then I will update on the finale, of course. So, all right. The first item I will talk about is the MAC Iridescent Pressed Powder in the shade Justine Sky. I really wish that this external packaging was like the limited edition packaging, like that it came in, like the box came in, because having it like this makes me think that it's a powder, like a regular like foundation powder or setting powder. But this is what it looks like inside. And it's starting to get very, very old. This is probably one of the first more older MAC items in my collection. And I can just feel that it is getting older. It's a beautiful, beautiful color, which I like to wear as a blush. And I am going to hang on to it for just a little bit longer until I don't want to anymore. But I truly enjoy the color. I think it's beautiful. But I wear mostly baby blue pinks, peaches for blushes, and not so much purples. Because in my mind, I didn't have any purple blushes. And so I got used to just wearing what I thought I had and not realizing I actually had this color in my collection, which is like a highlighter blush. And I want to start getting some use on it. So as old as it is getting, I would like to hang on to it for just a little bit longer and see if I touch it. And if I don't, sorry, that little piece is bugging me. If I don't, then next year I will probably pass it along, well, to the garbage. But yeah, or like clear it out and recycle it, you know. But this one will stay in. It's got very minimal use. I kind of want to throw some on now because I barely have any blush on right now. But I'm going to avoid that right now because I have more of a warm look on. And I think I'm going to hold on to this being out for just a little bit longer. Just the last month. The next item is the MAC Born to Beam Pro Longwear Paint Pot. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous gold, really bright gold shade. It's very beautiful. These dry down to where you can't even really like see them at all. So I'm going to move over because I can see my son's like attempting to walk over this way. But it's a very beautiful bright gold that dries down, and it's great for the lids, especially if you have like I think if you had like an oily lid and you like let this set before you actually opened your eyes and let them set how you normally have your eyes, I think this would be okay, and it probably wouldn't crease because of the way that it dries down, and it's not too impactful where it's like overpowering in a look. And I don't think MAC usually has a lot of products where it's like bam in your face. They do, don't get me wrong, they definitely do, but for their beauty line, I think it's a lot of like, here's the makeup, but it's not like, here's the makeup, you know. Anyway, it's really pretty. It's got a little bit of a shimmer in there. It really sits on the skin nicely. If you want it more opaque, you will have to layer it, which it does tend to like lift if you don't let it set first. So just keep that in mind. But I really enjoy this paint pot a lot. So that will stay in for another month. The next one is the MAC Natural Radiance Prep and Prime Base, which I was hoping to finish before the end of the month, but I'm still working on getting a primer out this year, and I still have a teeny tiny bit left. I have gotten quite a bit of use on this, and I can feel I think it's an air pump, and it feels like there's not very much left in here at all. Part of me is very curious. Of course, you can't tell because it's all black packaging, but part of me is so curious to know where I'm at, and I wish they had like a little like thing on the side where you could actually see how much you have left, because then how do you know when you're going to need to purchase a new one? But I have other primers in my collection, so I'm not buying anything until this one is empty and that other one is empty, and then I maybe will consider, but I'm okay for now. But this is one of my favorites. It's very moisturizing and nourishing, and it helps keep your makeup on for a very long time. And I do trust MAC products for lasting purposes. Like, I think they're a fantastic brand. And I will always buy this as long as it's available. Next is the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow Palette, which is right here. And this is probably the little Blush and Glow, one of those kind of palettes that I've actually really enjoyed. I'm just going to wipe the cream area off. It's really, really messy. I know I've been using it, but like it's gross messy. Like, it's like powder and cream are combining and making loopies. And that's so grossing me out right now. So hang on a second while I should have cleaned it up before, but it's all good. Yeah. So this is what it looked like right now. So grody. It needs a good shine. I haven't used much of the cream products, and I don't think I'm going to use this one much. Even though it's pretty, it looks like it has a few... Oh no, it should be alright. I was going to say, I thought I saw some spots in there, but it should be okay. But again, it's not, I think this is supposed to be like a highlighter. So what I usually do is like mix this with this other one, which is the blush version. So if you mix them together, it's a more like calmed version of the dark one. So I like them mixed together. Because that highlighty cream thing is just not a highlight on me. So, and then you have, I'm just going to close those. You have the actual highlight right here, which is extremely beautiful for a peachy highlight. And then the blush, which is one of my favorite styles of blushes, is that like, almost Orgasm X. It's like a red kind of base, whatever, with a peachy shift on top. But now after seeing that, actually, Rania gifted me one of her blushes from Natasha Denona, it says Duo Glow. And I think this is the exact same blush in a massive size. So I'm just going to swatch them beside each other. They definitely show up differently. The one in this is way creamier and more opaque, which is this one here. And then this one is the one that Rania gave me, which is much drier, but more like silky almost. Like it's not as impactful. So I'm definitely going to keep both of them because they are very different, and even though they're supposed to be the same thing. But I definitely like the one in the Bloom palette better. My son's jumping off the bed if you guys can hear him banging in the background. But yeah, this blush is gorgeous, and I may have to put this into a future project other than this one to use it, because sometimes I forget to grab it, and it's just absolutely stunning. Okay, so that one will stay in. I'm excited about it right now. I hope I remember this excitement when I'm looking for a blush to use. Okay, so now we're talking about the NARS Laguna bronzer that has been repressed in my Too Faced Compact. I'm actually going to declutter this. It is extremely old, like extremely old, probably from 2015, which makes it 9 years old at this point. But I got this when I worked at Sephora, which was 2015. And even though it's an absolutely stunning bronzer, and I wanted to use it, and it feels like there's nothing wrong with it, I just cannot. I have a couple of other Laguna bronzers in my collection now. I have this one from Valerie, which is in another project, which I'm making. Oh, I got Pan! I just saw a teeny tiny glimmer of Pan. Let me see if I can find it in the light here. There! I'm so happy right now. I might have to reapply some more bronzer right now. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. This is such a good month. Yay! I have Pan. So this one will be done soon. Excuse me. I also have a Laguna bronzer. Where? Do I have another one? I think I have another little backup from Valerie. Yep, I do. A little backup from Valerie. This will last me a good year. And I was certain I had something else that had a Laguna bronzer in it. Yeah, I got the bronzer face palette this year because I had a gift card to go against it from Shoppers Drug Mart. So this one can now leave because I have backups and I no longer need this 9-year-old one. So yay, that will be decluttered. I'm also decluttering the packaging because it's old as hell and it's like... Can you hear this? I can't handle that. Anyways, the next item is the Ofra Everglow highlighter, and that's right here. And I have crushed mine down and put them together, whatever was left. So there's not much left in here. And it's a really beautiful highlight, but it's a little dark for me now because my tan is gone. So now it's way too dark, but in the summer, when I have a really dark tan, that one looks really good on me. But I will put this back into my collection now. So I will be taking it out, but I'm not getting rid of it. Like, I'm still going to keep it. It goes back in my collection. And then the last item that I do not have anymore, I've decluttered it, is the Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow Face Palette. I actually do have it in my home still, but it's not here. Because I put it in a bin because I have piles to go to people. So that is already decluttered, sanitized, ready to go. But I'm very, very happy that I'm getting rid of 2 of these items. The Bronze and Glow Face Palette was just too deep for me, and I wanted to keep it for just the highlighter. Not the cream products, not the bronzer, just the highlighter. And it was just too bulky, and I wasn't using it. I wasn't grabbing for it. Even the highlighter, I just wasn't interested in it. And when I swatched it against other highlighters I liked those ones better. So I was perfectly fine parting with that one. And I had said last year that if I didn't use it more this year, I would let it go. So I let it go. And then this one, happy to part with this because I know I have other Laguna bronzers to get me through. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. Hoping I can get a little bit more use on the items that are left in this project. I only have 4 items. Hang on a second. Can you know? Oh, my kid. Oh my God. Okay. I only have 4 or 5 items. 4 items, I believe, left in this project. But I will do my best to get uses on those in the next month. And then I will see you guys at the finale. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.